The Dangerous Sauna.
Thanks to Shirley Holmes, Bakersville was a very safe town. People thought twice about even throwing garbage on the street. They knew that sooner or later, Shirley would find out who did it. But since there was no crime, Shirley's detective business was really slow. If she had not been such a great detective, her business would have been more successful. So she decided to open a detective website. The website soon became popular by word of mouth. People from all over the country posted cases. She would have solved all the cases, but some were too unimportant, such as, "I lost my mind. Can you find it?" Other cases, such as, "My dog Harry is missing," didn't have enough information. The owner didn't say what kind of dog Harry was. One case caught Shirley's attention. It was titled The Dangerous Sauna. Shirley thought that it was an interesting title and decided to read on.
Dear Shirley, there has been a crime in our quiet town of Osteen. Mr. Rich, our town banker, was in the sauna when the lights went out suddenly. When the lights came back on, he was lying on the floor with a knife wound on his back. Luckily, the wound wasn't serious, and his life wasn't in danger. We checked the whole sauna, but we couldn't find the knife. At the time, there were 3 people in the sauna with Mr. Rich. Here is a list of the suspects. Name, Peter Johnson. Age, 50. Job, waiter. Possible reason, tried to borrow money from Mr. Rich's bank, but was turned down. Was carrying a thermos. Notes, he said he was drinking iced coffee from his thermos when the lights went out. When we checked the thermos, he had drunk all the coffee, but there was some water in it. Name, James Hamilton. Age, 41. Job, unemployed. Possible reason, was fired from the bank by Mr. Rich. Was carrying a newspaper. Notes, he said he was reading a newspaper when the lights went out. When we checked the newspaper, it was from last week, and the first and last pages were missing. Name, Harry Raymond. Age, 32. Job, writer. Possible reason, did not get along with Mr. Rich who lived next door. Was carrying a cell phone. Notes, he said he was sleeping when he heard Mr. Rich cry for help. When we checked the cell phone, it was broken. We have no idea who or how someone did this. If you could help us, we would really appreciate it. J.O. Parks, Head Detective of Osteen.
Shirley closed her eyes for a moment and thought.
It had to be one of the 3. A knife can't just disappear into thin air.
This was the hardest case for Shirley so far. Then, all of a sudden, a light went on in her head. She sent an email to the Detective Parks.
Dear Detective Parks, I know who did it, and I know exactly how he did it. Please call me for the answer. Shirley Holmes.
Who hurt Mr. Rich, and how did Shirley know?